And as you can see, it's traditional for visitors to bring gifts of toys for the 6 children. And I'll be doing the same when I'm back tonight. Hey everyone, welcome to a special Halloween edition of Soul Survivor, a show where we investigate supposedly haunted areas and attempt to stay the night. Once again, I'm James, and today we're back in Rutland, Mass. to check out one last graveyard. Due to the large number of Irish immigrants moving into Rutland, this part of town quickly earned the nickname Dublin. Let me level with you here. This place isn't haunted. There's no notable people buried here, no ghost stories, and I could barely find any history to speak of. But hey, what kind of Halloween episode would this be if I didn't have something interesting to share with you? Come on. Okay, for the second stop of our journey, we are at Riverside Cemetery in Barre, Massachusetts. A rather large graveyard that's still in use today. So out of respect for families that may still visit their loved ones in this graveyard, we won't be conducting our investigation in there. But come on, I have something to show you. Just on the outskirts of Riverside's main graveyard lies one special and disturbing grave. This is the Naramore grave, the burial site of 6 children murdered by their mother in 1901, aged 6 months to 9 years old. As the story goes, the 6 Naramore children were from a poverty-stricken family in the now-defunct village of Coldbrook Springs. The father, Frank Naramore, spending all of his weekly wages on alcohol, leaving his wife Elizabeth to seek help for their children alone. It wouldn't be long until the state would step in, informing Elizabeth that the children would be taken away and placed in foster homes within the next week. Unfortunately, that would be 1 week too long. On the morning of March 21st, 1901, Elizabeth would take her 6 children, Ethel, Charles, Walter, Chester, Elizabeth, and Lena, individually into the kitchen, where she murdered each with an axe. The epitaph on the back of the stone states that Elizabeth was committed to the state lunatic asylum in Worcester. She would be released after only 5 years, though, vanishing from the public eye without a trace. As stated at the bottom of the stone, many of the laws in the Commonwealth regarding child protection find their origin in the Naramore case. As you can see, it's traditional for visitors to bring gifts of toys for the 6 children. And I'll be doing the same when I'm back tonight. Okay, I'm now in Leicester, Massachusetts. And our final location is just down this way. Although the last location is relatively unknown to the locals of the area, you'll be hard-pressed to find somebody who's never heard of the name of our final location. The final location we'll be looking at today is Friends Cemetery in Leicester, Mass., otherwise known as Spider Gates. Nicknamed for the metal gates that supposedly represent the sun, Spidergates, or Friends Cemetery, was officially established in 1740. Rumor and legend surround this graveyard, from being able to speak to the dead to strange creatures wandering the forest, as well as the body of a teenager being found in the 80s hanging from a tree. Unfortunately, due to decades of trespassing and vandalism, the Worcester Friends Committee strictly prohibits anybody from visiting here after dark. This means an overnight stay here is out of the question. I'm not about to get myself arrested for staying here overnight. So even though I won't be performing an overnight stay, I will be visiting these 3 locations tonight, and I'll have some new friends with me. Besides my new friends, I also have some new toys. Being Halloween, I figure we should up the ante. With this being such a long trail, I had to leave the boys behind to guard the car. Greeting, residents of Friends Cemetery. Hello everyone, my name is James. I'm sure you might be confused about all the items and equipment I have with me, but I assure you I mean no harm. If you speak into this device right now and I don't answer you, it is not out of disrespect. It is literally because I cannot hear you. My name is James. Can you say my name James back to me through this recorder? Can you say your own name back to me? Do you know the location of where we are right now? What town are we in? Were you a Quaker? Did you belong to the original families that were in the town? Okay, thank you for any answers you may have given me. I appreciate your time. Okay, though it was never verified, I have heard stories about somebody's body being found here, hung from this tree. If you are that person, say your name back to me in this device. Say my name, James. I'm not sure about the circumstances that led you to your choice, but I'm truly sorry about what happened. If there's anything you would like to say it now. Alright, let's give the EMF a shot. The idea behind an electromagnetic field meter, or EMF, is to be able to test the electronic and magnetic field radiation in the surrounding air. It's theorized that spirits are composed of the same electrical fields, giving you a way to measure their presence. Marmaduke, can you hear me, Marmaduke? How does it feel sharing your name with a cartoon dog? Can anybody come and touch this device? If anybody is here at all with me, all you need to do is touch this device. If you make that meter rise, I'll know you're here with me. It merely takes your presence. Hello, anyone that is listening to me right now and willing to speak. My name is James. The object in my hand will allow me to hear anything you have to say to me. Please speak into this device and let me know that you're here with me right now. Can you tell me your name? Say my name, James, back to me through this device. Make contact with me any way you can. Make a sound around me. I don't mean any harm. I'm just looking to verify that somebody is here with me right now. Were you Irish? Scottish? What is the name of the town we're in right now? Okay, that's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate your time and any answers you may have given me. Traditionally used in the pagan festival of Samhain, grotesque faces would be carved into root vegetables such as turnips and pumpkins as a way to ward off evil spirits. Alright, I'm leaving this device here next to my jack-o'-lantern. I'm sure you're familiar with these objects. Let's get the other EMF out. Hello, Naramore children. Don't be afraid. Just here to talk. Hello, Naramore children. My name is James. You may be frightened, but I assure you I just want to be your friend. My name is James. Can you say hello to me, please? Ethel, Charles, Walter, Chester, Elizabeth, or Lena, are you here with me right now? I'm sorry about what your mother did to you. You absolutely did not deserve that. Can you say my name, James? Can any of you say your own name or your siblings' names? Okay, well, I did bring a few toys for you. I got your little army man. Action figure there. And we'll put one right there. And we got a toy right here for you that you can try. You just need to touch that. It will light up for you. Looks like we're getting a slight readout from the thing. Let's get out the more sensitive one. That's just going off because of this, I believe. It's still going off, which is a little odd. Okay, I'm going to leave one here by this jack-o'-lantern, and I'm going to leave the other in front of the grave. It keeps flashing. I'm not sure why it's actually raising a little higher now. I'm going to step away. It might be me interfering somehow. I don't think so, though. Somehow maybe picking up from the light. If any of you children would like to contact me or anything right now, speak to me. You can also touch either of these funny objects on the ground. My friend Chuck will sit here with you. Come talk to Chuck. I'll be back shortly. You know, as much as I would have liked to do an overnight at one of these locations, I can't say I'm very disappointed that I can't tonight. It's a whole 34 degrees outside right now. And with the cold weather added to a lack of energy, it's easy for me to understand how somebody's imagination can run away from them in a place like this. Lucky for me, the night's almost over. We'll leave the EMFs out a little bit longer, collect our equipment, the pumpkins, and we're going home. All that's left to do is go home, get some sleep, and review all the evidence. Okay, as per usual, I have just finished reviewing all audio and video footage 2 times. Those mythical EVPs have still managed to elude me. You know, it can be a little bit difficult sorting through all these audio files when 90% of what you hear is dead leaves underfoot. As I've stated before, you can't expect to catch evidence every time you go to one of these places. As for personal experiences, there were plenty of those during the night, but more in the sense of encounters with the police and tow truck drivers. Nothing paranormal. So if you look in the bottom right of the camera screen right here, the 22 out of 26, which denotes what clip number this is out of total clips, moving just 2 up will show this blank screen. Not sure why. Go up, 25, 26, all playable. So I've tried multiple ways of pulling the footage from this clip with no luck yet. Again, this is the first and only time this has happened so far. More than likely some type of malfunction that occurred out in the field. Alright, and now on to the last bits of equipment, the EMF meters. I've spent years watching other paranormal investigators use these same pieces of equipment, and I've always wanted to give them a shot myself. So I always assumed this type of EMF would be a cheap piece of junk. I figured it would be non-accurate and give you false readings all over the place. I got a slightly more expensive model and the cheap bargain bin model. But as we saw at the Naramore graveyard, this actually semi-works. Kind of like what's happening now based on the IR camera's close proximity. This one, on the other hand, highly sensitive. Again, it was my first time out using this equipment. Maybe I was using them wrong. Doesn't seem like much to them. I can at least say they've piqued my interest. We will definitely be trying these more out in the future. So are shreds of evidence enough to convince me any of these locations were haunted? I wouldn't necessarily go that far. I do feel as if we are moving in the correct direction, though. I do hope that one day I'm granted permission to stay overnight in Friend's cemetery, though. Wouldn't that be something? Remember, stay safe, stay spooky,
and have a happy Halloween. See you guys next time.